movie really wasn't that good until like the last 20 minutes. And the motivations were weird. They kind of changed them. Like, their first explanation was that, at the orphanage, they were beat and shit like that. And anytime, they asked for help, they got in trouble for asking for help. This whole movie was about, actually, one of the direct lines, he says himself that if they wouldn't have asked for help, then they would have survived. But later in the movie, I seriously doubt that. Because later in the movie, he admits that they used one of those things that cops use to pop their tires, which was pretty obvious. But, he reveals and he was like, yeah, we did this on purpose. And once they find out that they did it on purpose, they're like, yeah, we need to kill the girl because she's his daughter or some shit of the guy that used to torture them and beat them at the orphanage. But the motivations were really weird. It was a pretty entertaining movie. The ending was kind of stupid. So there's two girls. One gets killed by Jordan. The other one just gets knocked out by Jordan. And then the other one, there's this guy that gets killed by Todd. Then there's Brad and this other dude. They both survive, even though Brad looked like he got shot in the head. Todd just got shot in the stomach. But he looked dead. He was just sitting there with his eyes closed, passed out, and he let them leave. Oh, and then there was one other guy that the movie just forgot about. There was this one asshole that killed the one guy. He didn't really matter. He got killed like 20 minutes in. But he killed this one guy that had been recording with a camera. He took his camera, and every now and then he would pop in with a camera and record them. But he just disappears. They just don't care about him anymore, which wasn't surprising because, he wasn't important. But he should have got killed or something. Then one of their friends, Ryan, they forget about for the movie. He gets acid poured on his leg just a little bit where he got hurt. And then we don't see him for a good half an hour. Next time we see him, he's screaming, which doesn't make sense because he has a shock collar on his neck. And they showed that if he screams, he gets hurt. But he's not really reacting, even though he's screaming at the top of his lungs. So he just gets shot in the head. And that was it. They're like, oh yeah, we forgot about him, let's kill him real quick. Every other death they tried to make really violent, and then he just got shot in the head. It was kind of weird. There's one guy got ripped in half, and then another got electrocuted in a tub. One guy got choked out on the ground, and then him was just like, oh, he's screaming, shoot him. I also had this weird thing that Todd tried to pretend that he wasn't a part of the killers too. And he thought people wouldn't, suspect anything. It was dumb. It was a weird movie. Then the movie really ends with both of them, with Brad and Todd getting a new job. And they just are just working normally. Even though the three of them survived. They obviously would have reported it to the police and given them descriptions, but these two somehow got a job? Okay. You could have showed them surviving in any other way.